Donald Trump just had an honest answer at the CNN town hall. I know it sounds amazing, and yes, there's a problem with it, but it was honest. Watch.
So just to be clear, Mr. President, you think the U.S. should default if the White House does not agree to the spending cuts Republicans are demanding?
You might as well do it now because you'll do it later. Because we have to save this country. Our country is dying. Our country is being destroyed by stupid people, by very stupid people.
You once said that using the debt ceiling as a negotiating wedge just could not happen. You said that when you were in the Oval Office.
That's when I was president.
So why is it different now that you're out of office?
Because now I'm not president.
All right, guys, why was it honest? Because he was like, yeah, I'm a hypocrite. So what? Okay. When I'm in charge, I don't want any fight over the debt ceiling, and the Republicans aren't going to ask for a fight, and we're not going to cut the deficit. We're not going to do any of that stuff. And when Biden's president, we're going to pretend to care, and then we're going to bust his chops over it, and then we're going to try to get massive spending cuts from things that will go to you guys. We don't want anything going to you guys. No, we're going to cut that stuff, and when I'm in charge, we're going to go back to not caring. Well, I give him credit for being honest. I mean, and then the audience loved that answer. They're like, yes, we're hypocrites. We don't care at all. Yeah, when you're president, screw the debt. When Democrats are president, we'll pretend to care so much about the debt that we have to try to force a fight over this debt ceiling. And if we default on our debt, by the way, we destroy the entire American economy. And Trump's like, yeah, do it. So what? Then basically what he's saying is the economy will be destroyed under Biden. Yeah, you'll all suffer. Millions of you will lose jobs. Your families will be devastated. But we damage the Democrats. Mission accomplished, and I can get back in power. But look, again, credit to him for being brazen in admitting the hypocrisy. And it didn't cost him at all. The Republican crowd loved that he was a hypocrite about it. But finally, on the substance of it, Caitlin Collins asked that question about the debt ceiling fight and the defaulting on our loans. By the way, we already spent that money. We already owe that money. If we don't pay the debts that we owe, that's why the dollar crashes, the stock market crashes, the economy crashes. It's a disastrous idea. That's why Trump and the Republicans never suggested it when they were in office. But she should have followed up and asked him. You talk about later in that question, he said, $7 trillion is terrible. But he didn't clarify who added the $7 trillion. It was him. He added $7.8 trillion to the debt. That's a monstrous number. That's $23,500 for every single person in America. You all owe that amount of money because Donald Trump spent it already. Who did he spend it on? Well, he says he's for spending cuts. No, he's for spending cuts for you guys, for programs that help you. What did Trump do? He spent it all on the rich. One of the many things that he did in that regard was he gave the rich a $1.9 trillion tax cut. So when they were taking home trillions of dollars for the rich, it's no problem. No, we don't have to worry about default. We don't have to worry about debt. We don't have to worry about the debt at all. Spend, spend, spend. Give it all to the rich. Oh, Democrats are in charge. Oh, my God, we care so much. Make sure you cut from the average American. And then the crowd goes nuts. Yeah, we're hypocrites. It's awesome. We don't care about this issue at all, but we're going to pretend to care. Yes. And by the way, if Trump gets back in charge, the rich people get trillions more. Wait, why are we applauding? Except that I don't know that a single person in the audience asked, wait, why are we applauding? They just love the hypocrisy. That was kind of an amazing moment. But fairest man in America, he was honest in that answer. At least a portion of it. Too fair, too reasonable. What am I going to do?